Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today, Emmerdale fans were left completely shaken this week as a shocking turn of events unfolded in the Dales. Joe Tate has been arrested after a horrifying hit-and-run incident that left Jimmy King fighting for his life. The gripping storyline has stunned viewers and left the community in pieces, as questions swirl about whether the act was truly an accident, or something much darker. A night that changed everything. What began as an ordinary evening quickly turned into one of the most explosive nights in Emmerdale's recent history. Joe Tate, already dealing with a mountain of stress from business pressures and his complicated personal life, was seen leaving home farm visibly distraught. Meanwhile, Jimmy King was returning from the haulage yard after a tense argument with Nicola, hoping to clear his head with a late-night drive. But fate had other plans. In a shocking moment, Joe's car came speeding down the country lane just as Jimmy stepped into the road. The screech of tires, the shattering of glass, and the horrifying thud echoed through the village, leaving Jimmy motionless on the ground and Joe frozen in panic. Viewers were left gasping as Joe, trembling and blood-stained, looked over Jimmy's body before making the life-altering decision to flee the scene. It was a move that would haunt him forever. The investigation begins. By morning, the village was buzzing with chaos. Police cordoned off the area as an ambulance rushed Jimmy to the hospital in critical condition. Nicola was seen in floods of tears, pleading for news about her husband's fate, while the villagers tried to piece together what had happened. It didn't take long before suspicions started to grow. CCTV footage from the nearby haulage yard caught a glimpse of Joe's distinctive car speeding away from the scene, and within hours, police officers arrived at home farm with flashing lights and serious faces. Joe was arrested on suspicion of dangerous driving and leaving the scene of an accident. The usually composed businessman was visibly shaken as he was handcuffed in front of a stunned Moira and Kane. Viewers couldn't believe what they were seeing, the once calm and confident Joe reduced to a terrified wreck. Moira and Kane's shock reaction. Moira Dingle, who has always had a soft spot for Joe, was left speechless as she watched him being led away. She tried to defend him, insisting it must have been an accident, but Kane's expression told another story. He's never trusted Joe completely, and now his suspicions have exploded into full-blown rage. "Don't you dare protect him, Moira," Kane growled in one tense scene. Jimmy could die because of him. The emotional tension between Kane, Moira, and Joe's situation has set the stage for a volatile family divide that's sure to tear the Dingles apart. And if Jimmy's condition worsens, Kane's fury could easily spiral into violence. Nicola's heartbreak. Nicola's scenes at the hospital were some of the most powerful of the episode. As she sat beside Jimmy's bed, holding his hand and pleading for him to wake up, fans flooded social media with emotional reactions. Many praised actress Nicola Wheeler for her raw, heartfelt performance. "I can't lose him, not like this," Nicola whispered through tears, as doctors warned her that Jimmy's injuries were severe. The emotional impact hit fans hard, reminding everyone of the deep bond between Nicola and Jimmy, one that has faced countless ups and downs but always endured. Now, with Jimmy in a coma and Joe facing charges, Nicola's world is collapsing around her. Viewers are desperate to know if Jimmy will pull through, and what she'll do if he doesn't. Joe's confession, accident or revenge? In police custody, Joe's breakdown was agonizing to watch. He insisted he never meant to hit Jimmy and that it happened so fast, but detectives weren't entirely convinced. There are whispers that Joe and Jimmy had clashed earlier that week over a failed business deal, and that Joe was furious about being double-crossed. Was this really an accident, or was Joe's rage simmering beneath the surface? One particularly tense scene saw Joe finally crumble, confessing through tears that he had panicked and fled because he thought Jimmy was dead. "I didn't know what to do," he cried. "I was scared. I didn't mean for any of it to happen." While some fans believe Joe's remorse is genuine, others suspect there's more to the story. Could there be another twist coming, perhaps proof that someone else tampered with Joe's car or set him up? What happens next? As Jimmy's life hangs in the balance, the villagers are divided. Some believe Joe deserves prison time for his reckless actions, while others argue that he's already punishing himself. Moira has vowed to find out the full truth, even if it means confronting the people closest to her. Meanwhile, Nicola's grief may soon turn to rage. Rumors suggest she could take matters into her own hands, determined to make Joe pay if the justice system fails. Fans are already speculating about an explosive courtroom showdown, and possibly, Jimmy's miraculous recovery just in time to tell his side of the story. Fans react. Social media exploded after the episode aired, with hashtags like #JusticeForJimmy and #FreeJoeTate trending within minutes. Viewers called it one of Emmerdale's most intense episodes of the year, praising the writing and performances for keeping them glued to their screens. "Absolutely gripping from start to finish," one fan tweeted. "I'm heartbroken for Nicola and furious at Joe all at once. A storyline that changes everything." Whether Joe's actions were accidental or not, this storyline has shaken the village, and the audience, to its core. With police closing in, Jimmy's fate uncertain, and emotions running high, Emmerdale has once again delivered the kind of raw, emotional drama that fans live for. One thing's for sure, nothing in the Dales will ever be the same again. And as the dust settles, both Joe Tate and Nicola King are about to face the toughest battles of their lives.